do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another edition of History You May Not Know, or things that's in current culture that I want to teach you and educate you on. Today's lesson will be focused on the great Roy Hamilton. For those that do not know, Roy Hamilton is Elvis. Let me say it again. Roy Hamilton influenced, shaped, wrote, sung, and gave Elvis his swagger. Elvis is world renowned in the United States as one of the great founders of what they call pop or rock music. What most people do not know is that Elvis literally mimicked a Black American known as Roy Hamilton's style, cadence, and structure. Most people do not know that Elvis was a popular musician back in those times. Elvis did not have the unique style because he loved Black music. But one thing he did not know was how to make it on his own. Most people refer to Elvis right now as an industry plant because they planted him, gave him a style, gave him a tone, gave him a moxie, and that's the reason why he gained his popularity. Elvis did not write the majority of his music. Literally, he didn't write, he didn't record. Most of his stuff was given to him. Elvis was influenced mainly by those on Beale Street in Memphis, Tennessee. If you've been in Memphis, Tennessee, Beale Street was a heavy jazz influence, heavy Black American culture, heavy Black churches, heavy on music, soul, and vibes. Elvis used his music that was inspired by Roy Hamilton because you gotta think back in those times, segregation and racism was still strong. Most Black musicians could not perform in white stages due to segregation and Jim Crow in the South. So they came up with a heavy idea to use the same soul, switch it into a different person. So Elvis literally used Roy Hamilton's everything and just carried it out to the white community. Elvis sung, practiced, did everything, the dance moves. That was the biggest thing he did. And he kicked down the door and got the notoriety. Many Black musicians at the time noticed how Elvis was getting so much attention that he got criticism heavily amongst Black audiences. From a historical perspective, you can say Elvis made a great place by introducing white rock and roll to the white community because literally rock and roll was traditionally a Black art. Most people do not know the timelines. You can see how music was built off each other due to Black Americans in the communities. They would have these times, they introduced the jazz, the soul, and heavily influenced structure. Roy Hamilton was a great artist, a great musician, but still his notoriety still goes unknown. A beautiful voice, a beautiful sample, was a beautiful toner. But I think the history of this gentleman still is not told enough. So I just want to give a quick snapshot on how Elvis is Roy Hamilton and Roy Hamilton did everything and Elvis mimicked. Not disparaging Elvis's career, but I always think it's important to give shine and light to the people that really made those things happen. Elvis gets all the notoriety, the fame, and the accolades, but we also must remember that Elvis was an industry plant considered at that time to sing and cater to white audience because the people that made that sound, style, and preference that were Black people could not get the support. Elvis literally mocked, mimicked, and caught out the plan and the blueprint. Brilliant by the brother for doing so. Will not disparage him for doing so as he should have. But I think the individuals that we should shine a light on are the great Roy Hamilton for literally being the hand guiding Elvis through his musical career. For those who did not know, I hope you learned something. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I want to continue to give you highlighted information that's not taught in U.S. history and to share the whole entire story. We got to forget that word history, y'all, because there's two sides to each one. What we want to continue to share is the story, which gives a full, comprehensive look on everything. It's your boy King Crowder. Check it out. Peace.